Hey, how's it going, Leo? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks for joining me on the channel today, you guys. It's time for December mid-month tarot card readings. And I have my usual process that I'm going to carry out with the Starman tarot card deck and the Starguide tarot spread. I love doing this combination for the mid-month. Just do keep in mind this is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And of course, any Leo cross watchers. So I hope you guys really super duper enjoy the reading. And yeah, I like to just jump right in. So I'm going to shuffle, I don't know, a couple more times. So that reading I did for you guys, your wealth and abundance reading, you are a millionaire. I've been really enjoying the feedback from you guys, like really acknowledging that that is your destiny, like claiming that energy, that vibration. I love seeing that affirmation that you believe in yourself, that you can attain that goal of wealth and abundance. So yeah, that's amazing. So let's start off with your present situation here, Leo. And I'm just being guided to tell you guys, just because there's going to be a lot of money in your future, it doesn't mean that necessarily life is going to be, you know, all rainbows and unicorns. But you do have the High Priestess here. So your present situation is that you guys could be... I'm getting really strange words right now from my guides, like a valley of intuition. You guys could be in a situation where maybe you're not feeling that great, like your Leo charisma might be a little bit, you know, where you have to really think about it before you light up. You know, when you're on your own, you're probably feeling a little bit more of a melancholy. But if you have to like perform in front of other people, do you know what I mean? If you have to go to work or get on a call or FaceTime or whatever, you're kind of like, you know, and then ready, you know, for the curtains to part. But there's a reason for this. There's some sort of energy at the dip that you guys are entering that you need to resolve, and it's going to bring in like a really deep sense of intuition. And my palms are itchy as I'm doing this reading for you guys. The High Priestess is just going to bring in, and I'm getting this sense that you guys are just going to exit this like rapidly. Like, it's not going to be something that you're going to have to try to do, like struggling out of if you've ever had a depression or like a dark night of the soul or something like that. It's going to be just something that it's done, because there's a lesson here for you guys in that it just looks like a valley. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like if you're going on your journey, if you've ever done any hiking, you know, and there's sometimes dips and valleys. You're going to go through one, or you're currently in one. But this High Priestess, she's got some really, I don't know, if they're like rocket socks or something like that. And they're just going to, like, as soon as you recognize what you're there for, or you're going to just pop right back out of it. There's something, probably a lesson that you didn't quite learn. And instead of the universe making you go through it again, they're making you have a little bit of a, you know, not so sparkly you, not so sparkly Leo, so that you can see it without having to redo that lesson. And you should like say hallelujah to your guides right now, instead of having to go through that again. So the Seven of Wands is the card placement, the cause of conflict. I always get the feeling that these are like spaceships hanging up, like hanging around here. Again, I feel like there's just some sort of illusion that is about to be shattered for you. Maybe you're going to have a realization about somebody with the Seven of Swords. You could be hanging on to the memory of somebody because you misinterpreted for your own purposes what kind of a person that they were. So you might be learning a very valuable lesson. There's a wall up here, you guys. Like, I'm having a really hard time. Usually when I start pulling cards, like the spirit guides, they just start talking. They just start giving me images and words and like a ticker tape parade of messages for you guys. But you guys have like a fortress around you right now. And the only way through that fortress is going to be to go within yourself. I'm getting the words here that you probably going to finally learn the lesson that everything that's happened in your life, well, almost everything, you know, when you could start making your own decisions, is a result of your own decisions. So I've seen where somebody has been kind of like taking advantage of you, but this is not the same person. You know, I've talked about how somebody has been using you as the next step on their ladder of success. This is not the same person. This is somebody, they really bamboozled you, probably stole your heart, could have swindled you to a certain degree. Might be coming to the realization why you're doing things like that. You know, nobody just lets people basically take advantage of their kindness for no reason. So you could be coming face to face with that reality. And once you see that, it's going to allow for that healing that you're going to need in order to reach for that millionaire brass ring, right? So 7 of Swords, like, I see where there's probably been an actual string of people that you, I don't want to say let or allowed, but you were too probably sweet or considerate, or, you know, you just really thought that it was the best thing for you to do to swallow your feelings, or, you know, just not say anything, go and vent to somebody else instead of actually confronting somebody. But all those experiences with these people were meant for you, because you're going to need this. You're going to need these boundaries. You're going to need that voice to protect yourself. You know, it's one thing to have money, but do you know the effects of money? You know, that it's going to have on other people. And if you've had somebody taking advantage of you, especially for their career, if they wanted to start their own business or something like that, that person's going to come scorching back into your life, you know, asking for a handout. And they're going to expect it. And they know how to manipulate you because they did it for so long. So I really see where you're going to have this stark realization, but the universe is not going to send you another person to put you through that cycle again, because you've probably been through enough emotionally and probably lost a really good friend, and for a lot of you, a romantic partner that, you know, was probably really shallow, but they acted like it probably wasn't an act for them because they have their own scars and issues to deal with. But there's a moment of reckoning, and it's going to be a self-reckoning here for you, Leo. So let's see changes needed in order to face your challenges. Okay, so you really have to start thinking about your future. You do have the 7 of Pentacles here. So very interesting. You have 2 7s in your read so far. So look up angel number 77 and just hold on to see if we get any more angel numbers in your read. But you're being asked to release everything from your past, including people that didn't like, and you know it in your heart, you know, you saw it, but you were somehow powerless to stop them, you know, because you were hoping that you were wrong. Oh, what if I'm wrong about them? You know, they wouldn't do this to me. I just really seeing that sort of bubbling almost a cauldron of emotions, you know, and and you're just put the lid on it and kind of walked away. And this is going to force you to look at all of that so that you can start picking the people of your future and your present. And your circle is probably just going to constrict right down. You know, it could be very, very small, like probably less than a handful of people. But you have to know that the higher you vibe, the smaller your tribe, right? And the more resources that you have, the more the people want to steal them from you. So, and you can do this in a way that honors yourself without having to be afraid of other people coming in, because you already have the skills. You just, for some reason or another, decided not to pay attention. So let's see any other challenges here for you guys. So you have the Three of Cups. Ay, ay, ay. So it's like you still kind of want to hang out with these people, you know, because it feels like your connections were real, but they were really super deep for you, but superficial for someone else, you know, and you have a way about you that you make other people feel special when you call them or text them or hang out with them, and they like that. And you know, you're charging them up. I really see the return on your investment being like, you know, or even a detriment to you, because you feel like you feel that. You feel this disingenuine energy when they come into your sphere, your aura, your bubble, your reality, you know? And that should be the measure of who you should and should not let in your life. You know, you can really reduce people back into the bleachers of your life. They can still be there, but they shouldn't be anywhere near your energy field, your aura. You know, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, other people's energy affects yours. And if it is causing you to feel a drainage, then see you later. You know, you got to be ruthless, especially protecting your future, especially if you want to keep yourself on this really high vibrational, like attracting those millions that you want for your future and that you see. Because when you're down in the valley, it's going to go over top of you. That's really strange. So this is your Strength card here. I actually got them backwards. I pulled the Three of Cups. It doesn't matter because this is how the cards were supposed to come out. I trust my guides. So your Strength is in the Moon. So this is very important for you guys. The energy is a highly powerful source of energy. So if you guys are not doing new and full moon like rituals, and it could be just as simple as putting water out under the full moon to charge and then drinking that water in the morning, it's time for you guys to start. The moon has very special messages for you guys, you know. I'm going to clarify that card. I'm getting that song Man in the Moon, and I'm not really a fan of that one. So you have the Eight of Pentacles. So there is something for you guys to be learning. Like while you're in this valley and of your winter of discontent, start learning about how to protect yourself, how to protect your boundaries, how to be more effective with deflecting people that you know in your heart. You can feel it in your gut where you're like, oh, no. But then they're so charming and you get along with them so well. You kind of just keep on going, and then it just keeps on getting worse. And then they start taking advantage of you more and more, and you kind of let them because you're giving them the excuses of their past. But what about your past? What about your present? What about your future? What about you, Leo? Eight of Pentacles. You got to learn how to reach higher for yourself. For you, not for anybody else. Just because you're the special one. All of these figures here, they're reaching up. They're reaching up. They want to go higher. There's something about the moon. So you guys start doing your own research. Like, and what does the moon have to do with you? And you'll find an individual answer, right? For each and every one of you. Some people like to charge their crystals, their tarot cards. They like to dance under the moonlight. They like to sing and dance to songs that have moon in them, like David Bowie, who's peering out in the moon card here. You know, he's got a song about the moonlight, under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. You might really start to re-energize yourself and revamp you up to like full power age, right? I said power age because I grew up listening to AC/DC, and they had an album called Power Age, you know? So your outcome card here, you guys. That's right. You've got the King of Swords here. And he's got some sort of creature like at his feet, you know? And this is sort of taming your goblins a little bit. And the King of Swords, look how supercharged he is with all these, like, almost like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Have you seen that movie? It's so good. You know, and being just like charged, like supercharged. And here's that power age I was talking about, just coming in and like giving you little shots, like zzz. And when you bring in, like in a good way, when you bring in the energy of the King of Swords, who just cuts through all the emotional baggage of other people and starts to understand what he needs. And this energy is available to you in order to move forward and take that position on the throne. Thank you. Here I am, you know, with my bank account. Woo! And he just cuts that out. You know, if it's not a 50-50 relationship, sayonara, you know, at least on a regular, you know what I mean? Like, things go back and forth, but the King of Swords, he looks at the information, you know? There's a time and a place for the emotion to come in. And there's some people in your squad that you need to just start looking at with the raw reality of who they are and leave emotion out of it. And sometimes it really hurts to distance yourself from people because you have really strong emotions for them, you know? But it's okay to miss people that no longer have a place in your life. You know, it was Tupac, he said something like, just because I don't want people to eat at my table anymore doesn't mean that I don't wish them well. They're just not welcome at my table. You know, so really start looking at that, you guys. Really start looking, because this is for your future. This is for that Leo millionaire mindset. So, and that's what your valley is for, is so that you can look that right in the face, your millionaire mindset, and make some hard decisions. All right, Leo, I'm going to peace out here. I'm going to bounce. Bye.